Yeah, or like the day after, I think Sunday, that I think it was Saturday or Sunday that this dropped. Yeah, it was Saturday. That the news of Powerslave, Nightdive's Powerslave came out. So it was like we missed it. Had to add
Just
it
by
to
that much, but we're doing it this week though.
Yeah, we're doing it this week. So what can you tell us about this game?
Basically, it is one of the. I guess I don't know what level of famous it would be, but it's the level of Doom-based engine shooters like like Hexen, like Duke Nukem 3D. This one is one of the lesser-known ones called Powerslave, that was originally released on the Saturn and the PSX.
And there was a crappy PC. It was like a crappy linear PC version that was not the same game, but yeah, this was on the Saturn and PlayStation. It was kind of like a Metroidvania style, if you want to call it something like that.
A Metroidvania style first-person shooter, I guess.
Before Metroid, yeah, before that term even existed. But yeah,
I think they're just called hemorrhoids back in the day. As in they're a pain in your ass.
So Nightdive, I'll scroll to the bottom here so folks can see. They have a catalog. So they kind of have a reputation for taking like these old, mostly first-person shooters and games that like Sin or Doom 64 or Shadow Man or Turok, and doing like these enhanced remakes. It's kind of hard. When I was writing this article, I wasn't sure if to call it a remaster, a remake. What would you consider this? Because it looks like just an upscaled remake with like a right. It looks like the same engine, like the same Doom thing, except just upscaled graphics. Right. Yeah. Like there's a little bit of better lighting. There's some better lighting effects, upscaled graphics, some added animations. We have a better idea because Quake just got released recently, right? And Modern Vintage Gamer worked on that, and that's also a Nightdive product. And so
did he put his Australianness into it?
I don't know, but I know that it was like a free upgrade for folks that already had Quake on Steam, which was cool. And from what I understand, because I watched Clint, what's this? Now I can't think of it.
Clint Eastwood?
No, Clint. His channel with the LGR blurbs and stuff like that. He did like a little playthrough.
Yeah, LGR.
Yeah, LGR Clint. Yeah, he did a playthrough of it, and he was showing off. The muscle memory is all the same. The game feels exactly. He could play it exactly expertly, like he could play the original Quakes, which he's done a lot. He showed like that there were some newer like gun animations. There were more lighting effects and stuff like that. Some smooth stuff, but you can also downscale the game to like 640 by 480. So I mean, you could get kind of like a more retro look if you're playing it on a CRT or something like that. But anyway, yeah. I expect a lot of the same, I guess, out of this game. The only thing is I just really like Powerslave. I love Quake, but I mean, I really love Powerslave. It's a great game. It did do the whole like Metroid Prime thing before Metroid Prime existed. It's got that like backtracking to level up and gain new abilities, get new...
So it's kind of like Metroid Prime, except actually good then, right?
Yeah, well, okay, we can agree to disagree, but I like Metroid Prime. And you're a GameCube fan, you should be ashamed.
No, I like it as a game. I don't like it as a Metroid game.
Okay, fair enough. We've talked about this though, so
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the video wall real quick, and I'm gonna play this trailer for folks.
Don't turn off the walls. They have eyes. Can you guys hear it?
I believe they can.
Put one in the chat if you can't hear it.
Yes, we can hear it.
I said put one in the chat. I like the smoothness of it.
Yeah.
It's very smooth looking, very nice, crisp 60 frames.
So
or how many frames they have.
I'll keep it playing, but what I wanted to bring folks' attention to is the fact that all of the footage that they're using is PlayStation footage. You know, for all of like the retro footage, they're using all like PlayStation footage. So I mean, that's my only criticism. It's like it couldn't have hurt you guys to put a little bit of Saturn footage in the trailer. If anything,
maybe they didn't want to talk bad about the Saturn. It's like,
well, if
they
anything,
want to rag on the PSX.
Well, you know, because people are going to wonder. Okay, so how much of the Saturn version is actually going to make it into this game when they're using like only PlayStation footage on the trailer? That's the only criticism I had. I think they know what they're doing, judging from their back catalog, you know, judging from their catalog of games and the good things people have said about them. I think that they know better. You know, they've probably watched, you know, John Linneman's video about Powerslave. They probably know that the Saturn version is the definitive version, well, at least so far. And I can only imagine that they're gonna weave, you know, the better parts of the Saturn version into this game, I assume. Yeah. But then again,
I do like Momphus's explanation, because to show how much better it looks, it wouldn't be so obvious with the Saturn version.
Okay, but and you know, the other thing is they may not have the ability to use like the Saturn source, you know, like the lobotomy source. Maybe they have access to the PlayStation source, and maybe that's what they're working off of, you know.
Makes sense.
But anyway, I'm excited. I think everybody's still excited, and I think that I'm optimistic about. There's another trailer here folks can check out. I'm not going to play it back for you, but it's just regarding the Kex engine that they use to build this game off of. And essentially, you know, you can take a look at the screenshots that are available here. There's a GOG page already set up, Good Old Games, and there's also a Steam page for the game, but they haven't announced a specific release date, and they haven't announced platforms beyond PC. So you can at least expect it on PC through Steam and Good Old Games. And you've got widescreen, HD, modern gamepad support, SMAA anti-aliasing, anisotropic texture filtering. You got achievements, Vulkan, DirectX 11 graphics API, smooth object interpolation for high refresh rate. Guys. You got the high refresh rate monitor support, and both versions of the original game combined to bring the best of both worlds. So, yeah, you know, I mean, we're just gonna, you know, have faith in them as a developer. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be awesome. Everybody
I played their System Shock remake. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The demo's on Steam. It's amazing. I really enjoyed the demo. It.
Yeah, and everybody's saying good things. So far, everyone's pretty much saying good things about Quake. You know, that it feels good, it feels faithful. It's not like, you know, there are other ports out there. There are other like source ports that do other things that it doesn't do, but it's really solid. And, you know, I haven't heard anybody say anything negative so far. So the outlook is bright for Powerslave Exhumed. Oh, and they also did decide to use both names, you know, Powerslave Exhumed, so that, you know, people in all territories would recognize the game, you know.
Fair enough. I'm excited to try it out. I have faith in them after playing their System Shock remake. I do have to say though, I think System Shock's probably my favorite, one of my favorite first-person RPGs, just because of how scary it is.
It's really good. It is a great game. And what did you play it on? On PC, like originally back in the day?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. I played it. I think it was like in the early 2000s. I played a little bit on PC.
Yeah.
It was really good. I liked it. It's serious hell. I think I do rag on Bioshock a lot, but I'm just really biased for System Shock. I think it's a better game. It's more scary. I don't know. I like the whole. I don't know. I guess because of my big fear is like to be turned into like a robot or turned into a cyborg. So that's like one of my nightmares. So I get scared the most out of that. So
yeah,
probably from that game.